Hi, everyone. Well, I'm sitting here watching the Kamala Harris finale, so to speak. She just gave a rousing speech in Philadelphia. I guess it was close to midnight there. And it was just terrific. Oprah Winfrey introduced her. Lady Gaga came on afterwards, etc. And it was just such a joyful moment that, is so in contrast to what the other side is presenting in their final moments. I'm not going to start criticizing people. All I'm going to say is it's the midnight hour, as they say. Many of you have voted, I have voted, but millions of you have not voted yet. And of course, it's coming into Election Day in a few minutes. And tomorrow morning, you will be able to go to the polls or drop off your ballot. You really have to consider, do we want to go backwards? In the Supreme Court situation, we have gone backwards. Women had, for over 50 years, the right to choose to use their bodies the way they wanted to with respect to pregnancy. And now they're running to other states if they're not in a more progressive state. Some of them, sadly, don't have the money. Some of them have been in emergency rooms, and they just, frankly, got very, very sick. A few of them died. There are other issues on the ballot in the sense that not only do we want to maintain the Senate, which will be difficult, but to regain the House of Representatives so that when Kamala Harris becomes president, many of the things that she has already promised that she wants to do for you, make a home purchase more affordable by giving you a bit of money to do so. Your first child, you'll get a little bit of money for the things that you need to buy. If you're a small business owner, you'll get, I think it's $50,000 to help you start that business, which is so difficult to do. The COVID situation is over. That's what caused the supply chain problem, that caused the economy, and too many of you are fixated on the grocery prices not being the way they were. Trump says, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Which is, of course, what Reagan successfully did with Jimmy Carter. I say we are better off than we were 4 years ago because we don't have COVID. Joe Biden got us out of that. With a limited majority in Congress, he was able to get the Infrastructure Act and the CHIPS Act and the Inflation Reduction Act. Many, many tens of thousands of jobs have been created. The Federal Reserve is now happy enough that they have lowered the interest rates. They're going to continue to lower the interest rates. That's going to bring down the cost of buying a home. And we are respected, in spite of what Trump says, we are respected around the world. Joe Biden got us back into the climate accord. Of course, with all these hurricanes and tornadoes, look at the tremendous horrors that people in the East just suffered. I think it's time to lower the temperature. It's time to just accept that we have a candidate that will bring dignity to the White House, and her partner, Tim Walz, in that regard, will be a wonderful vice president as opposed to J.D. Vance, who continued to talk about the immigrants eating pets, etc. I'll talk about J.D. Vance and me tomorrow on Election Day, but for the moment I will close with hoping that I've convinced you, or hope led you to some situation to at least consider that there are two people running for president, one that you've rejected 4 years ago, you kicked out, and frankly who didn't win the first time because 3 million more people voted for Hillary Clinton. We really have to send this man into retirement, let him be healthy, let him live out his life, but the point of the matter is we really do need Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. And for that, good night.